Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. My name is editor Martin Creamer joins me today to unpack the latest in the mining industry. Welcome, Martin.
Hi, Sashni.
Can you talk to us about mining companies going all out for investors?
You know, the mining companies were once the darling of the investors, that investor community, which is so important. And then, they lost that status quite seriously. And many of them believe now that if they go green, and they grow green very well, they can regain that status. And you see them really genuinely stepping out to become carbon neutral, to plant trees, to make sure that their equipment is not polluting the air and their mines. And not only are they cleaning up their own act in terms of the mines, but also they don't want a situation where if they're producing a product that is used to clean the air, like platinum group metals and all the other metals that are associated with electric vehicles, they don't want that to be associated with dirty mining. So in saying that this platinum metal actually makes sure that the air of the world's cities is clean, they don't want the platinum metal itself to be associated with dirty mining. And a lot of them are moving very, very fast. And the thoroughness of which they're doing it is huge. The one company is also introducing new technology, which will mean that when you smelt, you'll only use about a fifth of the electricity. And because you're using a fifth, they're wanting to bring in renewable energy because it won't need to be a huge quantity of this energy. And that process, the CAL process, it can not only process to a point where you get concentrate, but you can actually refine on site. So it could be associated then with economic zones, special economic zones, where more could be done to the metal. You could even be doing things to the metal in the processing of it so that it's prepared for whatever final arrangement is needed. It could be a very big thing, and a lot of the platinum group mining companies are looking at it at the moment, because when you see the amount of coal, the tons of coal that have to be burnt to actually produce platinum group metals now, it doesn't reflect well, on these metals, which are supposed to be sustainability metals. If you can do the whole job much cleaner, it's gonna be good. And if you look at the total industry at the moment, if they had to use the new CAL process, it would mean that energy equivalent to Medupi power station, gets saved. So it could be a major energy saving situation as well.
And according to a top global analyst, a bull market in copper is now firmly underway.
Yeah, so copper really is on fire. The price is on fire. There were many statements put out this week on the conviction of analysts that this is a bull market and it's in the bull framework and it's not going to come out of it soon because the supply situation indicates that there's an undersupply, and that really keeps those prices up. But again, we're entering into this climate change world where a lot more copper is going to be needed with electric vehicles and with wind power and all the rest of it. But other metals and minerals as well are also really up there. We can see the ruthenium price has really been rocketing for a long time. The palladium is very high, and even platinum now, is lifted out of those lower levels. So I think there's a lot going, and when you look at the iron ore price as well, that really rocketed, but that may have different dynamics. It might be a situation where China is wanting to stockpile a lot of this at this point, and they could be using a lot of their scrap. So people feel that maybe with the iron ore price, that huge surge, which is a 7-year high, may be a short-term thing. But with all the other metals that are associated with the green economy and with going clean, those are going to really, I think, be in a bull phase for some time.
And while China's trade relations with Australia is deteriorating, South Africa's trade relations remain buoyant.
South Africa's relations with China are really lifting. And it's incredible. I'm just showing you this now while we sit here, and I think this is already, most of it has already taken place. You can see that Roger Baxter is involved in this International PGMs Tech Innovation and Development Summit. There is the World Platinum Investment Council, and this is happening, in the industrial development zone in Suzhou in China. This is marvelous news for platinum group metals. If the Chinese take these in and say these can help us clean up our energy, it is going to be marvelous, for the demand situation. But at the same time, as you say, it's just at the other end of the scale with the Australians. I mean, the antagonism is huge. Since the Prime Minister Morrison spoke about the Chinese in a certain way around COVID, there have been deteriorating relations, and I think Australia relies for 60% of its foreign exchange on China, so it's not the sort of relationship you want, and I think it needs restoring, but I don't see any signs of doing it now, because I see the coal. Yesterday they agreed to accept coal that's been waiting outside in a ship, for a month. They weren't accepting the coal from Australia. I see Canada jumping in and taking a bit of the market with coking coal, so people are not shy, to come in there. But our relationships with China, it's not only this, but we saw yesterday Glencore, which is listed on our Johannesburg Stock Exchange, extended a strategic cobalt partnership for another 5 years with China. So it's going very well between South Africa and China, but it's not going very well at the moment for the people down under.
Thanks for speaking with us, Martin.
It's a great pleasure, Sashni.
That's it for today. Join us again next week for more news analysis on the local and global mining industries. And don't forget to listen to the audio version of our Mining Weekly daily email newsletter.